I woke up drenched in a cold sweat, gasping for breath. The nightmare had been haunting me for weeks now, refusing to release its grip. Its tendrils of fear coiled around my mind, leaving me restless and on edge. Something compelled me to seek answers, to face the unknown that lurked in the shadows. Little did I know that this would lead me down a path from which there would be no turning back. I had always been a skeptic, dismissing tales of the supernatural as mere figments of the imagination. But my perspective was about to change. I received an intriguing letter, an invitation to investigate the mysteries surrounding Oakwood Manor, a secluded mansion rumored to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. Curiosity mingled with apprehension as I stood before the imposing wrought iron gates, their rusted bars whispering secrets of the past. Stepping inside, I felt an immediate shift in the atmosphere. The air grew heavy, laden with unseen forces. The house exuded a sinister aura, its halls shrouded in darkness. Every creak of the floorboards and flicker of shadows seemed to hold a hidden meaning, as if the house itself was alive, watching my every move. Equipped with my trusty camera and an array of ghost-hunting gadgets, I began my exploration. The rooms revealed fragments of a forgotten history, tattered portraits, dusty books, and remnants of a life long gone. But it was the whispers that followed me, the barely audible murmurs that made my skin crawl. They seemed to emanate from the walls, telling tales of sorrow, anguish, and unimaginable horrors. As I delved deeper into the labyrinthine hallways, the paranormal occurrences escalated. Doors slammed shut with an otherworldly force, objects levitated, and spectral apparitions flickered in the periphery of my vision. The house was alive, and it wanted me to know it. Night after night, the nightmares intensified. Visions of faceless entities and distorted figures haunted my dreams, blending the line between reality and fantasy. I could no longer discern whether I was awake or trapped in a macabre illusion. My mind became a battlefield of doubt and terror. Yet a stubborn resolve burned within me. I was determined to uncover the truth, to expose the mysteries that Oakwood Manor held. The house had awakened something within me, a hunger for answers, an insatiable curiosity. But the more I probed, the more the house fought back. Malevolent spirits toyed with my sanity, whispering doubts and planting seeds of fear. Shadows danced in the corners of my vision, a constant reminder of the dark forces that lay in wait. Yet, with each eerie encounter, I found my determination growing stronger. The final night arrived, a climax of dread and anticipation. As I ventured into the heart of the house, the air grew thick with an electrifying energy. The walls seemed to pulse with a spectral heartbeat, resonating with an ancient presence. In a forgotten chamber, I discovered a hidden journal, a testament to the house's darkest secrets. Its pages revealed tales of tragedy, of lives cut short by the malevolence that resided within these walls. It became clear that the spirits longed for release, for someone to hear their stories and offer them peace. With a heavy heart and trembling hands, I performed a ritual, a plea for the tormented souls to find solace. In that moment, the house quivered, as if acknowledging the weight of its own sins. And as the clock struck midnight, a deafening silence fell upon Oakwood Manor. The spirits had found their peace. But as I left the house, I couldn't shake the feeling that Oakwood Manor was far from finished with me. The nightmare had merely been the beginning, an introduction to a world of darkness and mystery that awaited in the subsequent chapters of my life. Little did I know that my journey was far from over, that the shadows within me were only the prelude to an even greater haunting that lay ahead. The horrors of Oakwood Manor continued to haunt me. The spirits had found their release, but I was left grappling with the remnants of their torment. Nightmares still clutched at the edges of my mind, threatening to consume my sanity. Determined to find answers and escape the grip of the supernatural, I embarked on a new chapter of my life, one that would lead me to forgotten realms and forgotten souls. Haunted by the unanswered questions that lingered in the wake of Oakwood Manor, I delved into research, searching for clues that might guide me toward the truth. My investigation led me to a forgotten asylum nestled deep within the heart of the countryside, a place where tortured spirits whispered their secrets, yearning to be heard. Stepping through the decaying doors of the asylum, I felt the weight of its history descend upon me. The walls reverberated with the echoes of forgotten screams, while the stench of despair and decay hung heavy in the air. The patients had long since departed, but their presence lingered in the shadows, etching their misery into the very fabric of the building. As I ventured deeper into the labyrinthine halls, the whispers grew louder. Ghostly apparitions darted in and out of sight, their anguished faces etched with despair. Their stories echoed through the corridors, tales of mistreatment and untimely deaths, a dark chapter in the forgotten history of the asylum. Guided by the whispers, I found my way to a hidden room, a place where the most tormented souls had been confined. Within its walls, I discovered a collection of journals, their pages etched with the forgotten memories of those lost within the asylum's grip. Each diary offered a glimpse into the lives shattered by cruelty and abandonment. As I immersed myself in their stories, a haunting realization washed over me. The spirits trapped within these walls were yearning for justice. They craved acknowledgement and redemption, desperate to have their existence recognized by the living. Their whispers grew stronger, urging me to delve further into their world, to unveil the truth buried beneath layers of forgotten time. Night after night, I listened to their tales, carefully piecing together the fragments of their shattered lives. The asylum became my sanctuary and my prison, a place where the lines between the living and the dead blurred into a tapestry of pain and longing. The whispers consumed my thoughts, their voices intertwining with the beat of my own heart. But as I ventured deeper into the asylum's dark secrets, I discovered a malevolent force lurking in the shadows, an entity that reveled in the torment of the forgotten souls. It sought to manipulate and deceive, its tendrils creeping through the darkest recesses of my mind. Doubt clawed at my sanity, threatening to unravel everything I had come to believe. Yet I pressed on, determined to unveil the truth and offer solace to the tormented spirits. Guided by an unyielding resolve, I braved the depths of the asylum, facing twisted manifestations and battling my own inner demons. The whispers grew into a chorus of urgency, a plea for justice that reverberated through the very foundations of the building. In a final confrontation, I confronted the malevolent entity, standing as a beacon of light against the encroaching darkness. With the combined strength of the forgotten souls and my unwavering determination, we banished the malevolence, releasing the asylum from its haunting grip. As I left the abandoned asylum, a newfound sense of purpose burned within me. The whispers of the forgotten had been heard, their stories finally acknowledged. But I knew that my journey was far from over. The echoes of their pain lingered, their pleas urging me forward, ready to face the next chapter of the haunting that awaited me. I stood before an antique shop, drawn to a peculiar item on display, a weathered hourglass. Its delicate glass encapsulated the passage of time, holding secrets within its very essence. Something about it called to me, beckoning me closer with an irresistible pull. As I reached out to touch the hourglass, a jolt surged through me, and the world shifted around me. In an instant, I found myself transported to a different realm, a realm governed by the laws of time and haunted by spectral entities trapped in their own eternal torment. Each grain of sand falling through the hourglass represented a pocket of existence, a dimension teeming with lost souls and malevolent forces. I soon discovered that I possessed the ability to traverse these realms, using the hourglass as my gateway. With each turn of the hourglass, I embarked on perilous journeys through twisted dimensions. Entities whispered their stories, their voices laced with longing and despair. I witnessed spectral apparitions trapped in loops of tragedy, their anguish palpable. Time became a labyrinth, with each new realm presenting its own challenges and horrors. I encountered riddles carved into the fabric of existence, needing to decipher their enigmatic messages to progress. The hourglass became both my guide and my captor, a mysterious artifact that held the key to my survival. As I ventured deeper into the haunted dimensions, the malevolent forces fought to subvert my progress. They taunted and tormented, seeking to twist my perception of reality, but my determination burned bright, pushing me forward in the face of unrelenting terror. The hourglass itself seemed to have its own agenda, its sands shifting with purpose and intention. I grappled with the notion that it was not merely an object, but a sentient entity, a force vying for control over my very being. Amidst the chaos, I discovered fellow travelers, others who had stumbled upon this ethereal plane. Together, we formed an unlikely alliance, pooling our knowledge and strength to navigate the treacherous realms. But trust was a fragile thing, easily shattered in a world where time itself was fluid and deceptive. With each realm conquered, I learned more about the nature of the hourglass and its connection to the trapped souls. I realized that my journey was not only about survival, but also about redemption, for myself and for those lost within the hourglass's grasp. But the ultimate challenge lay before me, an encounter with the elusive entity that controlled the hourglass. It sought to manipulate time itself, to weave its malevolence into the very fabric of existence. I had to confront this ancient force, to bring balance to the fractured dimensions and free the souls trapped within. As the final sands fell through the hourglass, I stood face to face with the entity. It loomed over me, a towering figure radiating darkness and power. We clashed in a battle of wills and determination, the fate of countless souls hanging in the balance. In a climactic showdown, I unleashed the depths of my strength and resolve. The hourglass shattered, its hold over the dimensions broken. Light washed over the realm, banishing the malevolent forces and freeing the trapped spirits. With the task accomplished, I found myself back in the antique shop, the shattered hourglass lying before me. The journey had come to an end, but the echoes of the haunted dimensions remained within me, forever changing my perception of time and the realms beyond. Little did I know that the fractured hourglass was only a glimpse into the greater horrors that awaited me in the subsequent events. In the wake of my harrowing encounters with the hourglass, I found myself drawn to the cursed town of Ravenswood. Rumors whispered of gruesome murders that had left the community paralyzed with fear. The crimson echoes of bloodshed reverberated through the streets, and I couldn't resist the call to uncover the dark secrets that tainted the town. As I walked its desolate streets, a sense of dread settled over me like a suffocating fog. The townsfolk moved with hushed whispers, their eyes darting nervously. It was as if the very air carried the weight of the unspeakable horrors that had befallen Ravenswood. Determined to unravel the truth, I delved into the town's grim history. I discovered a tale of an ancient curse, a malevolence that had seeped into the very soul of Ravenswood. The curse had awakened dormant spirits, their thirst for vengeance turning the town into a hunting ground for the supernatural. As I explored the town, I encountered ghostly apparitions, remnants of those who had fallen victim to the curse. They pleaded for release, their spectral forms etched with despair. The echoes of their agony filled the air, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked within Ravenswood. The more I dug, the more I realized that the curse was intricately tied to the town's past. I followed a trail of forgotten documents and whispered legends, piecing together a macabre puzzle of deceit and betrayal. Hidden beneath Ravenswood's facade of tranquility lay a history steeped in bloodshed and sacrifice. As the nights grew darker, the curse tightened its grip on Ravenswood. The streets ran red with fresh blood, the echoes of the victims haunting my every step. It became clear that I had to confront the malevolent entity behind the curse, to sever its hold on the town and its people. Armed with my knowledge and the strength of those who had fallen before, I embarked on a perilous journey through the heart of the darkness. I encountered vengeful spirits and faced off against monstrous apparitions, each confrontation bringing me closer to the source of the curse. But the malevolent entity was cunning, weaving its influence through the minds of the townsfolk. Doubt and suspicion clouded their judgment, turning neighbor against neighbor. The battle became twofold, against the supernatural forces and the insidious nature of human frailty. As the final confrontation approached, the town teetered on the edge of destruction. The streets ran with the blood of the innocent, and the cries of the cursed echoed through the night. I stood firm, my resolve unyielding, ready to face the malevolence that had gripped Ravenswood for far too long. In a cataclysmic clash, I confronted the entity, the source of the crimson echoes that reverberated through the town. It twisted and writhed, its form grotesque and powerful. But I drew upon the collective strength of Ravenswood's tortured souls, channeling their pain and defiance into a force of reckoning. With a final, resolute strike, the entity was banished, its hold on Ravenswood shattered. Silence fell upon the town as its people emerged from the shadows, their eyes filled with a mixture of relief and grief. The crimson echoes faded, replaced by the quiet whispers of healing and redemption. As I left Ravenswood, I knew that my journey was far from over. The darkness I had encountered in the cursed town would forever be etched into my soul, a reminder of the horrors that lurked in the depths of humanity. The haunted echoes of my past experiences propelled me forward, preparing me for the next events. Oakwood Manor, the place where my haunting journey began, called to me once again. It seemed that the malevolent forces that had once tormented its halls were not yet laid to rest. A powerful occult society sought to resurrect the ancient evil that dwelled within the walls of the mansion, and it was up to me to confront this dark force before it could plunge the world into eternal darkness. As I approached the gates of Oakwood Manor, a chill ran down my spine. The air crackled with an electrifying energy, signaling the growing power of the impending resurrection. Shadows danced upon the walls, twisting and contorting with sinister intent. Entering the mansion, I found it transformed, no longer a mere vessel for the supernatural, but a beacon for the occult society's malevolence. Dark symbols adorned the walls, candles flickered ominously, and a palpable sense of foreboding hung in the air. The very essence of evil permeated every corner. Guided by fragments of information and cryptic clues, I navigated the treacherous halls, my heart pounding with a mixture of fear and determination. Familiar spirits whispered warnings, their ethereal voices urging me to turn back. But I knew that the fate of countless lives rested on my shoulders, and I could not afford to falter. As I ventured deeper into the heart of Oakwood Manor, I encountered the occult society's acolytes, individuals whose devotion to the darkness had consumed their souls. They sought to hinder my progress, using their twisted powers to torment and disorient me. But I refused to succumb, drawing strength from the memories of my previous encounters. Unveiling the society's grand plan, I discovered that they aimed to merge the ancient evil with our world, a catastrophic fusion that would unleash unparalleled chaos and destruction. They believed that by resurrecting the darkness within Oakwood Manor, they could reshape reality according to their malevolent desires. Time became a fragile construct as I raced against the occult society's clock. Each encounter with their forces brought me closer to their enigmatic leader, a puppet master orchestrating the impending resurrection. I braved treacherous traps, solved intricate puzzles, and faced relentless adversaries, all in an effort to unravel their dark web. In the final confrontation, I stood before the occult society's leader, a figure cloaked in shadow and consumed by delusions of ultimate power. The air crackled with anticipation as we clashed, the mansion itself trembling with the intensity of our battle. In a climactic struggle between light and darkness, I drew upon every ounce of strength and knowledge I had gained throughout my journey. The echoes of the spirits that had guided me merged with my own resolve, creating a powerful force that threatened to tear apart the very fabric of Oakwood Manor. With a final, devastating blow, I defeated the occult society's leader, shattering their plans and banishing the ancient evil once and for all. Oakwood Manor trembled, its malevolence dissipating into the ether. As silence settled upon the mansion, I knew that the world had been spared from the cataclysm that had loomed over it. Leaving Oakwood Manor, I carried with me the scars of the battles fought within its haunted walls. The spirits that had accompanied me throughout my journey whispered their gratitude, their voices a bittersweet melody in my mind. The haunting tale had reached its conclusion, but the echoes of this harrowing events would forever resonate within me. Our story reaches its chilling end, but the fear doesn't stop here. Don't forget to subscribe to Spooky Nightmares for more bone-chilling tales. Stay tuned, and until next time, sleep with one eye open.